Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day out there. It's not good morning, at least. It's like 12:10, so it's like good afternoon. So, good afternoon, everybody. And it's 2 hours before my IELTS exam. So, for the people who don't know, and for the people who have heard this for the first time, IELTS, it's a International English Language Testing System. I made the full form on the spot. So it's IELTS. It's an English language testing exam in which they test your English speaking skills. They test your reading skills, your speaking skill, reading skill, writing skills, and listening skills. So these four skills, they check it, and you know what they do after that? They give you a points. They give you points, and then those points we call it bands. So the maximum number of bands that you can get if you score really well. Most of the native speakers, when they give this exam, they only get it. I've seen some YouTube videos about that too. I was seeing one YouTube video yesterday, and there was a English native speaker, and he was giving just the speaking part. It wasn't like the whole four parts, but it was just the speaking part. And he was just, according to me, like he was just talking to the person just casually. He wasn't using any difficult words. He wasn't using any comprehensive words. He was just talking to him casually, like he's talking to a friend. And he scored 9 bands. That's the maximum that you can get, and that's what I'm hoping to do as well. I don't want to be very formal in that, because they score on how much fluency you have in the language, how much fluent English you speak. First, the second part is they score on how good words you use, how you structure your ideas, what lines you align. So it means if you have to tell line 1 and line 2 and line 3, if you just say line 2 first, line 1 second, and line 3rd after that, it's not going to be making any structure, right? But if you say it 1 2 3, it's going to be making structure. And that's what basically what they're looking for, that how well are you able to make the other person understand, how well are you able to make the other person comprehend your idea, and you can tell the other person that what are you feeling and what are your ideas. And it's 2 hours before my IELTS exam, and I'm really excited for it. But the speaking exam that I have, it's after 2 hours, but the reading, writing, and listening, those are after 5 hours. So I have like 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours a break between it. And the funny part is the test location is just 6 minutes walk from my location. So this apartment that I live in is just 6 minutes. That's the one benefit that you get if you live in downtown. And I live in a downtown. I live in downtown of I wouldn't say it's really expensive, but I would say it's a like, according to the rent prices, it's expensive. It's like the second expensive city in Canada, and that's the benefit of living in a prime location. So my test location is going to be like just 6 minutes, and they told me that you have to be coming just 20 minutes before that. So 20 minutes before I would start walking from here. I wouldn't take a bus, would I? I don't think so. I would take a bus. It's going to be just 2 or 3 stops. I don't want to be wasting my time on bus stop. Plus the people on the bus stop, I don't like the people on the bus stop. No. They're a bunch of brokies and a bunch of weird ass people. Some people are some people are throwing weed over here and there. But I'm going to be just walking. And for the speaking part, I'm mostly prepared because I recorded like in the past week, I recorded like 6 to 7 YouTube videos, and those were like 10 or 15 minutes video. That was like one of the practice and one of the goals that I had, that this week, 1 week before this English test, I will be recording video, which I completed. And for the reading part, for the people who listen to me every day, for the people who have been watching me, they know that I start my day by not using any phone. I don't scroll in the morning. I don't do any dopamine hits in the morning. I start my day by brushing my teeth, washing my face, and after that I straight away go to reading. And for today, I was continuing the book that I started, Atomic Habits. I know it's a very basic book, but I'm right now reading all the bestseller books, all the most famous books. I'm reading all the most famous books, and this was Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's a really good book. Right now I'm on 50th page, and that's how I start my day. I started, I eat something in the morning, I drank one glass of water. After that I brushed my teeth, and after I read for like I guess 1 hour. I woke up at 7:30, and I read for like I guess 1 hour 50 minutes or 1 hour, and that was also my goal of the day. On Apple Books, I read mostly on Apple Books, and I've kept that goal that I would read 60 minutes, minimum 60 minutes every day. So the goal of today has been completed, and I'm mostly prepared for speaking, I'm mostly prepared for reading. Listening, I have practiced some videos on YouTube, because like they post sample videos on YouTube, and I practiced for listening as well. For the writing one, I'm not very I'm not very confident, because I write journals, but over there, you know what they would check? They would check my spellings. They would check how less mistakes I make and how good words I use. They would also check for the conjunctions, and they would also check for the words like furthermore, moreover. In addition to this, if you want to be combining paragraphs, they're going to be checking those words as well. And in my journaling, I just write whatever I want to write. I just write whatever and however I want to write. There's no structure. It's just me yapping with my pen to the diary, if that makes sense. And so I'm not very confident. I'm like 50% confident. I'm like not 100% confident, but I guess that would go well as well. Maybe I'll use my mind over there, because I have got like 60 minutes to write, and I've got 60 minutes for reading. I've got 40 or 50 minutes for listening. I'm not exactly. No, it should be like 30 minutes. Yeah, the video that I watched on YouTube was like 25 to 30 minutes. So that should be like 30 minutes, and they would be having like 40 questions. So how am I feeling before this? Am I feeling very nervous? And how am I feeling? I'm not feeling very nervous. There's always some nervousness before you go and attempt a test, right? It could be like you are well prepared. You have done all the sample questions. You have done previous year questions as well. And if you're a student like me in a university, guess what would happen? Even if you're prepared, even if you have been attending all the classes, even if you have been doing all the practice sessions and all the practice questions that the professor has given you, you would still be a little bit nervous if you attempt the final exam, which is, I guess, healthy. You should be feeling a little nervousness, because the opposite of nervousness is overconfidence. So I would rather feel a little nervous than feeling a little overconfident, because if you're overconfident, you know what they say, a man cannot learn anything that he knows in his mind that he already knows. So if I tell you that you have to be, that's my channel, right? I teach people how to remove bad habits and how to adapt good habits. So if I tell you that this is the bad habit that you have been doing, this is the habit that you have been lacking on, but in your mind, if you think that, oh, he's just yapping, he doesn't know anything, I know all the things. If you think like things like this, even if I give you the best knowledge, even if I use the best words, even if I give the best analogies, guess what would not happen? You would not be able to take anything that I tell you. You would not be able to listen, and you would not listen to me any fucking part. You would not listen any part of mine, and you'd be saying to your mind that I know everything and I don't want to listen to him. So I guess that's the thing that I don't want to do. So I was like, okay, let me be a little nervous, because the opposite of nervous is being overconfident, which I don't want. So I've got 2 hours now. What is it? It's 12:30, and my test is at 2:40. So I will leave my home like 20 minutes before, because they emailed me that leave your home 20 minutes before. And for these 2 hours, maybe I'll read more the Atomic Habits, because I gotta fucking read over there too, man. I gotta read for like 1 hour. I gotta read big comprehensions. I gotta find answers over there. I gotta fill in the blanks. It's a lot of stuff. If you want to be improving your language, and if you have this exam coming up, that's the thing I would tell you. Prepare 20 minutes before. This is one of the quote that I like about Alex Hermosi. He said 20 minutes of preparation adds 20 IQ points. So if you add 20 minutes of preparation before attempting the exam, if you just go through and revise all the stuff that you have been doing, it would really add 20 minutes of IQ while you are attempting that exam. So if you have like exam, maybe this exam, it could be like other exam, or maybe it could be like, not even an English exam. It could be like a university exam. Do the preparation. A man who wins is the man who's the most prepared. Preparation always beats consistency. If you have been preparing for something, and if you have been consistent in it, of course you would win, right? But if you have been just consistent, and before the exam you haven't done any preparation, there's a very high chance that when you attempt the exam, you will get in panic mode and you will start thinking all the things that you should be thinking in that exam, and that's gonna decrease your chances of scoring very high in that exam. So that was today's video, and I'm very excited for the exam. I've got like 2 hours left. Maybe I'll read a little bit more, and after that maybe I'll make one more video if I feel like, but I'm gonna have to edit this video as well. I'll post this video today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Plus, the good habits and the bad habits that I told you, there's something waiting for you in the link of description. Check that out. It's life changing, trust me. See you in the next one.